The crowd exploding. Good power.
Good looking,
yes,
good!
Oh, yes, Daryl Stingley absolutely floating over the gap.
Let's go!
Our first challenger.
Oh,
yes, Arturo making it all.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Big pull. Oh! Makes the bounce, though. Our second competitor to complete this challenge. Challenge 1. Athletes start with any approach into a tack-back stride on the highlighted wall, taking only 2 steps across the IMAX into a dive Kong. Challenge 2. Athletes start with a jump to stride into a bounce back. Grabbing the bar, they perform a swing turn 180 into a stride. From the stride, they clear the highlighted wall, ending in a precision on the rail. Challenge 3. Athletes start with any approach into a jump precision to the rail, directly dive catching the branch bar into a plyo off the highlighted rail, cat the wall directly into a cat back, finally finish with a dyno to the top rail.
Dude, that's a big 180, and I know some of our competitors were worried about all of the various risks underneath them because, yeah, you undershoot that, gross.
It's such a tight space. Not only do you have to watch out for the bar while you're falling, but you are in basically a porta potty sized space. Like there's danger abound on that one.
And then that lache to stride clear, like potentially mechanically impossible.
Yep.
I was questioning potentially, like, could they do it with the plyo? Plyo makes it too easy. So what a fine balance we have with trying to make these challenges just inside the realm of, just outside the realm of impossible.
Exactly.
And Tim Champion coming in with such a solid lead. Daryl in second. He is in top 3. Or sorry, this is his 8th time in finals at an SPL event. One of our longest standing competitors. One to be feared for sure.
And this is one of our rounds that is point based. Now the points coming through this round weigh significantly more than the points from last round. This is also showing our top 9 competitors. We only have 6 on the course, starting with Xander Levitt coming up first.
Joe Rizzo not making it, even though he did get that Kong stride challenge yesterday.
Yeah, only the second one to do it. He was actually the first to do it.
Yeah.
He was only one of 2 people, but was not able to complete more than 3 of the challenges in the time allotted.
And now Xander Levitt is going to set the bar, and he's going to show us, is this dive Kong a gimme? Because it is a pretty big dive Kong. The 180, not out of the question for all of these competitors.
The 180 is tight and has a bit of a strange approach. So if you don't like to turn to your right, that might give you a bit of an issue. I'm a left turner myself, so it's a bit awkward looking at it for me. That being said, athletes on this caliber, on the championship stage of the Parkour World Championships, they should all be able to turn left and right on these tacks.
Yeah.
Sanders starting with a very small run up here.
Yeah, damn. You're not going to go from the side? Okay.
Good stride.
Okay, just hitting the running jump first.
Great feel out on that one.
And also for scale reference, this jump that they're doing, or sorry, the dive Kong that they're doing, is used as a progression for the jump from the runway to the purple wall. It is around the same size, give or take a foot or so.
Now what we're really looking for here is as they stride off of that wall, making sure that chest is forward. You want to see the first foot that comes down directly under or slightly behind where your chest is. This is going to propel you forward to the second step and allow you a bit more of a gallop into that big dive Kong.
And Kevin was telling me he's not as confident with his dive Kongs, but he does know from George McGowan's wisdom, if you can plyo it, you can definitely dive Kong it. Not the strongest with dive vaults. You can see his forearms are actually bigger than his biceps, which makes him. And he told me this. This is his information, so you can tell what skills he's definitely stronger in.
All right, Kevin coming in with a bigger approach here. See if he can get that chest forward.
Okay, good
Nice.
test.
seeing a lot of these tests coming through.
And Kevin staying calm. He wasn't sure if he was going to even participate in skill finals today, looking at these challenges.
Now, what I love about that is Kevin turned right there.
Mm-hmm.
He had to actually turn in on himself from the way that he was coming, and he made it look like no problem. So I might have to take another look at that 180 when we're done here.
And it is a little disorienting going into such a large jump when you're facing the opposite direction at first. And Brandon going for a little bit longer of an approach. I think this is the right idea. Give yourself an excess of power going into that dive Kong.
Absolutely. Brandon Hooper has been showing up this weekend, too.
Super duper hooper. And I stand corrected. A smaller approach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't
okay,
quite
nods his head, though.
Yeah, he likes the look of that one, but I don't think he loved his approach there. He got his foot a little bit shallow from that tack 180. His foot kind of went right on the edge of the gray wall. You really want to get it midway or further.
Yeah, and you don't want a large split step going into it. You want your feet further along the wall and a little closer together so they can take off in unison.
Now, a big change up that we had this year, the athletes do not have unlimited time here. They have around 30 to 40 seconds to prepare themselves. Once they say they're good, they have 30 seconds to go, or one of our referees will exit out and say, nope, you wasted too much time.
Yo.
Which adds a whole new level of pressure, especially with challenges this terrifying.
No dilly-dallying when you're taking them brain pictures. Yeah, he's got that.
Really just getting that mental image.
Also known as Pinky Arturo. Okay, he's in place to hit it up.
Came in, finishing the community round in the second fastest time, just behind Tim Champion.
They didn't even notice him finish.
Yeah, he went too fast. Nobody expected it.
Yeah, he's got this. I think he could be our first competitor to flash this challenge.
Oh,
but those steps were just too chonky.
Yeah, looked like something happened on the 180. His body wasn't set right on top of itself. It was kind of shifted off to the right-hand side, making him lose his balance a little bit. We'll see here. Comes up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that gray wall does hang off just an inch or two over the, I see.
Just a wonky step.
Yeah, his left foot was actually too far to the right-hand side, so when he stepped down, that put him off balance.
Mr. Wavezilla checking out that dive Kong. I think he's got that, no prob.
Daryl definitely has the potential to flash this challenge. I was talking to him about it earlier. He said, I think it's fine. I think this is one that almost everyone will get done today. It's just scary.
Yeah.
Because obviously diving over an 11-foot gap head first, that's pretty sketch.
And you got some yucky rails in front of there, too. So if you let that cloud your mind.
Now, I want to see Daryl flash this, or at the very least, give me a small jump to maybe putting your hands on the ledge. That is such a solid way to feel out a dive Kong. It actually gets you in the right position to do a dive Kong. Daryl known for his 180s approach. Here. Good power.
Good looking,
yes,
good.
Yes, Daryl Stingley. Absolutely floating over the gap.
Let's go!
Our first challenger to complete one of our skill challenges here in the championship round.
Come on, Daryl. Yep. Looking strong, buddy. Oh, man, that's right.
He floated over that gap. That should be giving some people a little bit of confidence because he was absolutely flying there.
Our first competitor to break the challenge now.
Beautiful approach, still turning right. Look how much height he got on that.
Dude. Come on, Daryl Stingley.
Turns right in on himself, left foot down, big 1-2.
Perfect.
Oh, man.
Yup.
And that is why Daryl Stingley is one of the all-time highest leaderboard podium takers here at SPL.
And now if there's one other competitor who could flash this challenge, it's Tim Champion.
Oh, that doesn't bode well.
Uh-oh.
Have we seen A chink
A
in
crack?
the armor? Is that a crack?
Ruh-roh.
Little bit of nerves, perhaps? I'm joking. This man doesn't have nerves.
No.
We were trying to figure out a word earlier, and he said, I'm still searching the database. Yeah. Yep, he was trying to remember a word, search the database. He is an absolute machine.
Yeah,
Tim
Tim.
Champion, 4-time champion here of the SPL skill round. Can he make it 5 here and now?
In his home country, he's called Big Chillin'.
Tim Champion setting up. You know he wants this 5th title. Big stride,
Yeah.
huge dive Kong.
Whoa. His hand's making
Making
it
it
all the way
look
to the far side of that ledge.
Simple.
Wow. Yeah, that was light work for Tim.
Now, if you're here, I know you're watching live at home. Here, Daryl Stingley completed that challenge. The crowd exploded.
Yeah.
Tim Champion completed that challenge. The crowd gave a bit of a golf clap.
He just makes it look easy.
Is that to be expected? Did the crowd just expect him to complete that as easily as he did?
Yeah, the whole crowd just said, no duh. Yeah, and he got
Oh,
so
man.
deep on that ledge.
That was such beautiful form. As you said, his final foot going down right on the edge.
Great
Didn't
form.
float it too high, just a nice clean dive. No extra
Yeah.
impact. There we go.
He said, let's go! And now can the rest of our competitors put it together?
And that has to be huge. Coming into this as a 4-time champion, trying to get your 5th, there's so much expectation, and with that, so many nerves. Being able to flash the first challenge has to ease those nerves. It
Yeah.
really kind of kicks you into competition mode.
And now he gets to shift focus and start thinking about some of these other challenges. Because I think he could be the only one to get that stride clear. Like, will people even attempt it?
I think people are going to give it an attempt. At least try to go for the clear, if not go for the stick or bounce.
Yep.
But right now, we're still looking at this 180 stride to dive Kong.
And Xander's got to get a big, big stride out of that 180.
Xander made light work of the beginning of this challenge earlier. He was the buzzer beater king in the community round. Can he take another one here? Oh,
Okay.
looked a little bit off balance.
Yeah, good data.
You can see, and we'll see it here in the replay in a second, you're going to see as he comes down out of this stride, his foot crosses over too far, and his body is still putting its foot in front of him, almost slowing him down by the time the second foot goes through. You really have to be leaning forward and committed off of that first stride. Otherwise, you're not going to get the distance for the dive Kong.
And he had to make a split-second decision. Do I send it or do I not? And I think he made the right choice there.
I agree. Being a little bit off balance, you really don't want to do that because you may even miss the side of the wall there.
Yo, just an empty dive to the ground. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Yeah, Kevin. So Kevin, I think, got the data he was looking for on attempt number 1. He could be going for the send this time.
Yeah, Kevin did make it look quite chill for him on attempt number 1.
And he was telling me if he can complete even one of these challenges, he'll be happy.
And this is one of those challenges, a big dive Kong can be really heavy on your arms, but if you overdo it just a little bit, it's relatively light.
Yeah.
And you may even want to roll out.
And you are aiming to get your chest past the obstacle. You're not looking to land on it, so if you can just shoot past it and give it a little slap on the way by, that would be
Obviously,
most
that
optimal.
is going to take much more power going into it, though.
Yeah.
Something that Kevin is not too shy about, though. He is a powerhouse.
Here we go.
A little heavy on that 180.
Oh, yeah. Not quite the approach he was looking for.
He went with the left foot, or sorry, the right turn, left foot high. Did he go the same way on his first attempt?
He might have switched directions there, and now it's starting to make sense why that right turn might not be as good, because it turns you kind of If that
Takes you
momentum
away
keeps
from the
going,
wall, right?
that's right. So it takes you away from the wall, and also once you are going towards the IMAX wall that they're running along, if you've still got that rotational force, you're not going to get a linear run up.
Right.
So it really just, I don't know.
So maybe I had it all wrong, and this is a left turners challenge.
Viewers at home are tearing their hair out. It was the same. It was the same.
Right, possibly. All right, Brandon Hooper with the shortest approach that we've seen. He knows he's got the leg strength off of this stride to make that dive Kong.
And he did give us a little nod at the end of last attempt.
A bit off balance.
Zoinks.
Now, I was wondering there, with his approach, maybe a little bit of a pinch on the purple wall in front of him might help. You can see it here. There's that little bit of a grab that he could use. He uses his left hand to grab the corner. I think maybe if he gets his right hand on the other side, bit of a pinch that might help him get the height to power through on the stride.
And he does need to get higher on that, because if he's rising as he hits that gray wall, there's no chance he's going to get the momentum he's looking for.
All right,
Arturo Pinky.
I think Arturo Camarena is about to send this one. If he has his balance, I would put my money on a big send here.
Come on, Pinky. Let's get fancy.
All right, just got to get on top of his foot here.
Okay.
Looks good.
Oh!
Yes! Arturo hitting the dive Kong challenge
Come on!
on his second attempt.
Yo, and he shot his hips up in the air. He was almost vertical when he hit that Kong.
Yeah, you could see there, coming out of the strides, it wasn't as much of a gallop. He almost did a full 1 foot takeoff, lifting his hips really high into the air.
I wasn't sure if he was going to commit to it.
Yeah, we'll see here coming in. Good stride. Oh, yeah, he drove that back foot into the air. Working out for him, though. Wow.
Yeah. That's probably the nicest dive Kong we've seen.
It really was.
And our third competitor to smash that challenge.
There
now
we
he gets
go.
to hang out and simmer.
Give my man Arturo some screen time. He did not get nearly enough during the community challenge. Now we're starting to learn. Now we know how much of a heavy hitter he is.
Xander and Kevin Franzen have one more chance to get this challenge. Oh, same with Brandon Hooper. Super duper hooper.
It's looked like a very underrated problem with this challenge is that balance coming out of the 180. A lot of our competitors are getting high enough, but just a little bit off balance with where their chest is, and you really need to be squared up to get the power here.
Such a delicate balance act.
Can you believe this is considered our easiest challenge?
Dude. And we are struggle bus already.
All right.
Come on, Xander.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
go. Xander floating it over.
That's what you like to see.
All right, confidence is being exponentially boosted right now across the board.
And are we seeing a gain train here? Is Kevin now going to smash it, followed by Brandon Hooper? I think we may just see that.
I agree with you.
Let's go, Xander.
We had the legends complete it. Daryl followed by Tim Champion. Then Arturo hitting it now, followed by Xander.
And look,
at
he
this
had
tech.
to change his, he had to have his foot a little sideways coming out of that.
He did come out of that first stride a little off balance, but he had so much power, he still just cruised over.
Yep. Said, screw it. Let's do it. Okay. He's feeling it.
Now, he did feel out 3 steps there. You are only allowed 2 steps on the IMAX wall, but you are also not allowed to fully feel out any piece of it. So I think using that 3rd step gave him a little extra info without actually breaking the rules.
He's like, I'm not actually testing it. I'm not going for an approach.
Comes up.
Come on, Kevin. Oh, and that gallop step approach did not serve him there. That's all good, Kevin. See if you can smash these next 2 challenges.
Yeah, definitely will have to make up for it. But as you said, Kevin was unsure if he was even going to compete in skill today.
Yeah.
Thinking about just putting it all into style.
And that is a gross dive Kong, especially from that approach.
Absolutely nasty, and especially when you're Kevin Franzen, and for some reason, you keep switching up the way that you do your 180, because that was, in fact, a left turn 180, where his previous one was a right turn 180.
Damn. He's going to get whiplash from all those turns. Come on, Hooper.
Come on, Brandon Hooper.
Let's see a nothing but net.
Want to see if there's anything changed on this 180, because that's where the struggle was before.
Oh, no.
Looks
Same
better.
Thing. Oh, it's a no for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and jumping past the stanchions.
Came in very, very low out of that stride.
That's all good, Brandon. We got 2 more challenges for you.
I thought he ran up here, but he didn't.
I want to say something.
Tim and Daryl both having 3 points, followed by Arturo with 2 points.
And Xander with 1.
All able to complete the first of 3 insane skill challenges.
Yo, and I saw Kevin just working on a little lache stride clear. Maybe he might take a little look-see.
Well, next up, we do, in fact, have the lache stride clear.
Ugh. So here comes Xander squaring up.
Does have to start with his stride precision, but it's not anything that should be difficult for these guys. Hits the big swing turn.
180.
Oh!
Okay, really good tester by
Clears it on his
Xander.
first try.
Wow. Okay, he made that look a lot easier than he should have.
Now, I watched that live. I want to see it from this angle. How far was he able to get there? Great form.
Yeah, what an amazing tester.
You really get to see how far that bar is, though. It's not only high, but it's far. This would be a difficult challenge on its own if the wall you had to hurdle wasn't even there.
Yeah. Okay, Kev. From Sweden, representing Keepa.
And I was talking to Kevin about this earlier. He said he's definitely going to try to get the hurdle over. But he did not think he would be able to get to the bar.
And he was saying his legs are pretty tired from yesterday and the day before. Hopefully that drop doesn't take too much out of his legs.
Yeah, especially competing in skill and style, having a whole hour of style practice earlier and for the last 2 days, that will take it out of you.
Yep. Yeah, these athletes have been through a gauntlet, and Kevin still has a full day ahead of him.
All right, wiping off all that dust. Got his hands chalked up. Good stride.
Okay,
Little
little
low on the
shallow.
bounce. Oh,
Really good test.
easy
Does he like
strides
it?
over.
He said maybe, maybe.
Now, remembering that the farther you get, the more points you get if no one completes the challenge. I think if I'm looking at it, Xander made it look a little bit chiller. As we said, a little bit shallow there and a bit hectic on that clear.
Yeah. A little wiggle legs on the clear. See this angle?
Hey, yeah, I had to pull him up high, and you can see how tight that landing space is. You have the bar and the wall next to you. You don't want to hit either of those.
And pretty funny that, you know, our competitors were saying maybe the challenge isn't possible, but look at how easy they're making it look, even just these testers. And
the beginning part's not too bad. The hard part is getting the distance. Like, you have to basically power your lache, but you're not allowed to go far on the lache, or when you swing your leg up, you're going to hit that ledge that you need to hurdle.
And that being said, it is an easy jump for them, but you are jumping to about a 8 or 9 foot high bar. Okay. Brandon Hooper going right for the corner.
Yeah, coming really close to that bar. And you saw there from Brandon, his lache came in far. He had to drive his knee up. You'll watch here. Gets a solid swing. Leg goes far, and he has to drive his knee up, giving him the height to get over the wall, but that kills all your forward momentum.
And he had really solid stacking on that stride. He wasn't set too far forward or too far back posturally.
I think in order to see this get done, we're going to have to see a very strong, very direct Lachey to the wall, landing about halfway across that platform. If you do any more, you're way too close to the wall to continue that forward momentum.
Yep. Yeah, too far and it's too big of a jump, and too close, you do risk kicking that wall. Things can go awry. Let's go, Arturo.
Arturo about to showcase his skills here. Great bounce.
Oh,
I love
nice.
this form.
Oh, really high.
Looks
lâché.
high.
Yeah, just cooking it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, because he got so high on that that swing turn there, he kind of had to release straight at it. His foot ended up very close to the wall he needed to hurdle, almost doing like a punch takeoff instead of a stride takeoff.
And another thing that makes hurdles particularly difficult is you can't see where you're going to. All you see is the wall that's in your way, and you have to trust that length.
Yeah, that's another underrated piece of this challenge. It is blind.
Completely blind.
I was talking to Daryl about this earlier. He said blind, no problem. He just thinks the mechanics of it is what's really difficult, as we've talked about now.
He was saying the ledge should be just a touch further, or the ledge that they're striding off.
Right. Now, Daryl has been thinking about this challenge all day, trying to work out the kinks in his head. Let's see what he's come up with here. Does he have a solution?
Let's go, Wavy.
There we go. Takes it a little bit smaller.
Cutting the power a little bit.
Okay.
Really good tester, though, right underneath the bar.
Right under the bar. Gets a nice feel for it. Shaking his head on it. He was the closest one so far. Had a lot of control. Was able to grab the bar on the way down.
And he really dialed back that swing. Daryl very confident on the bars, so that's not a usual tap for him.
Daryl making that look mighty doable. Nowhere near easy, but mighty doable.
Yeah.
Next on the course, Tim Champion. If anyone in the world can do this challenge, it's this man right here.
He was born a champion. He literally popped out looking like this.
And he has never tasted defeat. Every SPL he has competed in, first place. Just eyeing it up, trying to see how much room he's going to need to swing that whole foot over the ledge. He knows a knee drive is not going to carry him there. He needs to drive from his foot. All right, Tim, show us if it's possible.
Okay, really tall on that bounce.
Great start.
Whoa.
Huge swing.
Oh!
Tim Champion getting his foot on the bar. That is becoming a classic Tim bail.
Wow.
Hands on one foot and swinging under.
Yo, tripod crane.
Now, I want to see in this replay,
Look
he
how
did
tall.
get his foot pretty close to the end here.
And that was the biggest lâché we've seen. Oh!
And
But closest so far.
You could see there, he actually had no real knee drive. His knee was up from the beginning, already up, and just kind of bounced off of his foot to go over.
Dude.
I don't think that's the exact form he wanted.
Yeah.
But he knows it's doable now.
Yeah, he gave the most pepper for his swing so far out of all of our competitors.
I'm going to be very curious to watch his next attempt to see if he takes a similar approach with a very far and powerful swing, or if he tries to ease it off and land a little bit further back to swing the leg for the distance instead of get the momentum from the swing.
Lot of dangling variables. Dangling up. Okay, Xander. So he got some good information from last attempt. I think he can go at least for a bounce back on this one. And just to remind you, this is a messed up challenge.
Disgusting stuff. Oh, good control from Xander.
Yeah.
Great jump.
Okay, another solid tester.
Now, another problem with this challenge is what do you do to prep it out? Now, Tim found a solution with getting one foot on there, but if you're not comfortable with that technique, you just try it here, because you can see Xander doing almost identical to what he did last time.
Yeah.
giving it a little bit of a head shake at the end, just saying that's so far.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
what can I change? Yeah, fair enough, Kevin. Don't want to fry. He doesn't want to fry his legs.
Yeah, Kevin deciding we're out on this challenge. We'll take a look at the third one when we get there.
Saving those gams for style, potentially. Come on, Brandon Hooper.
Now, I did get a chat notification that there are possible audio issues with the live stream. I do apologize. I am just saying that for anyone who might be able to fix if they did not know, but they probably did.
And here we go, Brandon Hooper.
Oh.
Okay, a little closer on this attempt. Not stoked on it.
Yeah, you can see not much ground being made here.
And sometimes athletes can kind of get stuck in this testing space where pushing a little bit more to get that stick might just be beyond what they're comfortable doing.
Right. If you push too hard, you're going to hit the bar with some part of your body. So your body just automatically says, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, and that bar cage does not look fun to land on. Oh, what's up, Ref Lucas? Representing Foot Locker. Let's go, Pinky.
Arturo having a very big lache coming in on his last attempt. Let's see if he sticks with that or he tones it down a little bit. And now this is also a challenge. If they had more than 3 attempts, you would probably see them practicing the hurdle by itself a couple times. But the fact that you only have 3 attempts means you do not want to waste one on a prep like that. You want to feel the whole thing as you go.
And it's almost like the start of this challenge is made to kind of scramble their brains almost.
Just give them anything else to think about other than the real piece of the challenge.
Yeah, it's a distraction. But let's see if Arturo can put it together.
Coming in high again.
Looking
smaller
swaggy.
lache.
Oh,
yes, Arturo making it all the way to both feet
wow.
on. Giving a little shake of the head. It looked like he was saying, I got it. It's doable.
Yo, that was closer than Tim's last attempt.
Pinky's showing how it's done. Okay, so we need a lot of power coming out of that lache.
Yeah, son. That's our closest attempt so far. He could be taking away the points for this challenge if nobody else gets
where
further.
His foot lands. Right in that halfway point, he got enough of a swing. Unlike Tim's last challenge, where Tim's knee was in the air when his foot came down, Arturo was able to land his foot and swing that knee up and over.
Yep. Yeah, and it's looking like they don't want to be over top of the bar when they're hitting that 180. They want to kind of stay even, or else you risk having too much power and setting your chest too far back.
I think from that angle, Arturo may have been able to stick it, but where you're going is a bit off-center.
Yeah.
You actually have to shoot right a little bit.
Yeah, he was shooting for the corner.
All
Okay,
right.
Daryl.
Daryl Stingley finding out how possible it is.
Hey, Daryl, show us. Can it be done?
Come on, Daryl.
Okay.
Good swing.
Yeah, even with the
Show me a
bar.
bar.
Oh, look at how close his face got to the bar.
Daryl, one of our most passionate competitors in SPL history, wearing his emotions on his sleeve. He's a little upset by not being able to get that bounce after seeing Pinky able to do it.
Yeah. That's upsetting.
And right now,
you just can't get that full leg drive from that position or else you risk kicking the wall.
right. And it's such a small.
Oh, look at how close he got to the bar. That's
Such
terrifying.
minor margin for error there. And it's so hard to tell. Do I have enough distance to get this swing, or do I have to really hold back on this drive? Something you got to decide in the moment, on the fly. An inch or two can make a huge difference.
Fun fact about Tim Champion, he does not tan, he just burns.
Can he burn the competition here and get this stick?
Let's go, Tim.
Tim, our first competitor to make contact with the bar. Pinky, our first competitor to get both feet on the bar. Tim setting up for his second attempt.
I think he's got it on this one.
Now I really want to see, will he give himself room to swing that leg, or will he just bounce off?
Really controlled
Huge
on that
swing.
bounce back.
Sounded
just
a little
underdoing
painful.
It. Yeah. Jeez, what a smackaroon.
Yeah. This is happening about 20 feet to our right, so I could really hear his right foot come down on that one.
Yeah, I felt it. Yeah,
Big
just
swing.
really high on that swing and too close to the wall to get himself that power he's looking for.
It also looked like, it'll be a better angle here, it looked like maybe his chest was a hair too far back, so when his foot hit, it stopped his momentum. Yeah.
Just a block.
Stopping his momentum, more than able to land and swing that momentum forward.
And
So
Xander's squaring up now.
no one able to complete it yet, but Arturo, having gotten both feet on there, he is the furthest along, which will afford him some points if no one else is able to do it.
Let's go, Arturo. Could he complete a challenge that Tim Champion could not? We still got one more try from both of them.
All right, Xander Levitt up on his third and final attempt for challenge number 2.
And if you like his shoes, they are available from Strike Movement. Brand new green bottoms. As you can see here. Yeah, there you go. Good view of the shoes.
All right, Xander has to get feet on this attempt, bare minimum, to stay in the running for points for this challenge. Oh, so much control.
He's got to send it. No, and kind of like a one-hand dash over the wall. That's it.
Looked a little bit similar to what happened to Tim on his last attempt, coming in, chest behind, having to really bounce off of that foot instead of swing through. I love watching Xander's precision technique, though. Oh, yeah,
he said nope. And landing pretty close to that bottom rail down there. That is one risk they run as well. If they cut it a little bit too far to the left.
Yeah, and if they go a little too far to the right, you got to block too.
Ugh.
So gross.
Dirty. Let's go, Brandon.
Brandon Hooper really got to trust the power of these strides here. The Lachey is going to give him a bit, but he needs the power on this leg right now.
No. He said no, sir. Yeah, give it a little kick. Just what for?
Just annoyed by the challenge in general. It's one of those where it's like trying to figure out how to make progress on it can be a very frustrating thing if you don't get a solution.
Yeah, like what do you change? Yeah, wipe that bar, Lucas.
Arturo, our only competitor to get both feet on the bar so far. Showing it's doable, holding his knee a little bit in the background there.
Right-row.
You don't love to see that. Maybe just making sure everything's in tip-top shape.
Give it a little shake, you know?
Yep.
Check up on the musculature.
And it is a lot on that one leg. Not only taking the impact of that initial Lachey, but then redirecting it into a massive jump.
Oof. And all right, getting those feet ready for impact. A little stomp, and we are Gucci to go. And when you see athletes stomp their feet like that, they're kind of waking up their feet to the impact before the impact actually happens, so that it's not a big shock to the feet.
Getting that blood flow moving, letting them know what it's in for. All right, Arturo.
It's like a warning shot to your foot.
Setting up to make history here, possibly completing this challenge before the champion himself. Can he get it done?
Oh, contact again, though. 2 attempts with foot contact. That's got to count for something.
It Most certainly will. So far, still maintaining the closest attempt to completion so far.
Damn.
Not quite as good as his last attempt, but very consistent work from him.
Yeah, his chest just a hair behind his leg on that stride clear. Hanging back a little too far, just couldn't get the power he was looking for. Just blocked it a little bit too hard.
You can see how heavy that is on the one leg.
Now, Wavy, woof. He said, I'm going to give it a try.
Daryl is an absolute warrior. He's going to give it everything he has on this attempt.
Let's go. Give it to him, Daryl. Come on now.
Getting himself in the zone, making sure everything is lined up to perfection.
Give it to him.
It's all going to hinge on this Lachey. One deep breath, and here we go.
Yeah, look at the power he's got going into this.
Oh!
Just not quite there, and he's got to give the wall a little check too.
Man, it's got to be so annoying.
Yeah. Oh, and what's he saying? Something about the direction potentially?
Yeah.
Oh. Just not quite for Daryl Stingley, but that's okay. He's still got one more challenge.
And he was able to flash the first challenge, giving him 3 points along with Tim. Let's see what happened here. It looked like maybe his foot was a bit too far back on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I mean, to be honest with you, the challenge just sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, Daryl was very vocal about how not stoked he was on this challenge.
Yeah.
But gave it a try nonetheless and got very close.
All right, last but not least, we got Tim Champion up for his final attempt.
Hey, Tim, show him why they call you the champion.
He has turned himself into what I call the clutch god. Every time someone is counting him out, every time you're thinking, well, he doesn't have enough time to complete this, he only has one more attempt, he shows us how wrong we are, and he gets it done.
Let's go, Tim. Final chance to stick this challenge. Will he do it?
This could be pivotal right here.
Okay, looking good.
Big swing. Oh, did not feel good on that landing. Something was a little off. Gives a little shrug, says, you know what? It's a disgusting challenge.
Did the SPL officials beat Tim this year? They found a challenge he just couldn't quite get. Yeah, there were just some things about this challenge that were mechanically against the competitors. It wasn't the most inviting challenge, for sure.
And as you said, I don't know if they defeated anyone here.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, right now, I could give you a challenge that Tim couldn't complete.
Yeah.
The question is it possible?
Yeah.
But let me tell you the answer. The answer is yes. Arturo proved that was a completable challenge.
Yep.
It was not impossible by any means, and he will be walking away with a little bit of points from that.
Yeah. A little loot bag from that. Oh, let's go, Xander. I think he's going to hit it running.
Now, remember, you don't just have to get to the rail. The hard part isn't even the jump. The jump is the simple piece. From that rail precision, you have to have enough control to not touch anything around you, do a dive catch to the branch just around to the right of your screen. Well, we've moved now a little bit, but it's just to the left when you land on the bar. Dive catch that bar. Lachey precision plyo off of another bar. Cat leap the wall into a little over 11-foot cat back.
That's disgusting.
Xander
Let's
goes
go,
for the
Xander.
precision.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
All right.
Good information there. He's good. I don't think he was expecting to slip out on that one, though. Like, kind of midair, he went, well, hey, what's going on?
It looked to me like his goal was get to the rail.
Yeah.
And then once he saw, I'm definitely making it to the rail, he decided, okay, well, I might as well look to see where the bar is.
Yeah. Just see what step 2 looks
Yeah.
like. All right, Brandon. Damn, like every piece of this challenge is yucky, man.
Now, Brandon definitely has the hops to do this standing, and it's going to be a lot easier to control from a standing jump. Because as I said, you're not allowed to touch anything to help assist you into that lache.
Hop it like Hooper.
And here's a really good angle. You can see, okay,
Whoa, okay, standing, looks good.
Now,
wait,
okay,
does that count?
There is an X up from our referee. That does count as an attempt. Brandon looks like he knew that was going to be his attempt, deciding, let me just make sure I can do this standing.
And that's a classic jump test, just jumping to the side of your destination to somewhere a little safer.
Yeah,
good way to get some critical intel.
If you don't trust it, then that is the best way to go about it. Better to do that than take a nasty bounce into a huge drop.
Yeah. Yeah, what? That's like a 10-foot drop down that?
At least, yeah.
Yeah. And these athletes are so locked in that this jump isn't of the most concern to them, but I would be shaking in my boots if I had to do this.
Oh, yeah. Arturo looks like he's trying to decide, am I sending it straight to the rail, or am I doing what Brandon Hooper did and taking it to the side? Looks like he just made his decision to the side.
Collecting information. Process complete.
Definitely makes the distance.
It's a good check. Because then you get a good idea of what leg power it takes to get there and whether you are capable of putting in the exact amount.
Yeah, and if you hit that first test or jump and you decide I need more power, okay, well now you know next time I'm looking at it from a running precision instead of a standing precision.
All right, Daryl.
Talking to Daryl earlier, he said for sure he's going to hit it standing. He's got it, no problem. The distance is nothing for him. The question is going to be how well can he control it and can he get to the bar?
Let's go, Daryl. Yeah, he's going straight for it.
Trying to get his spacing just right. Too close to that wall, and you might touch it, and that's going to be a big no-no.
Yeah. Close enough to make the turn to the branch a little easier. Because if they do jump too far to the side, it's a pretty big turn on the bar around the corner to get that branch.
You can really see from this angle how big that branch lache pre to the bar is as well. No easy task by itself.
Let's go, Daryl. Hey, give it to him, Wavy.
Daryl getting all the energy from the crowd. He does not just want this stick. He wants to make it to the branch. He wants to get as far in the challenge as he can. I know he's thinking about the entire challenge right now, not just this precision. Here he goes. Straight to the bar. First to make our ply out of the wall. Can he send? Okay, takes an attempt. Yep.
Wow, the furthest we've gotten so far on that challenge. And he's saying that catback is messed up.
That catback is one of the biggest challenges we have ever seen in sport parkour history.
Okay, so he was just wondering if that hesitation would have put him out of the running. Looks like it won't. Oh. What's happening?
Yeah, it looks like just a little bit of explaining to Daryl exactly what will be too much drop down and too much waiting around. Now, the thing about this challenge is we have one stupid big precision followed by, for these guys, not for me, for these guys, a relatively easy lache plyo cat into one of the biggest cat 180s we have ever seen. And then you have to finish it off with a dyno to the top.
And another difficulty for these big body hotties is that there might not be enough room on the gray wall for them to get a full extension into the catback. Like they're not able to get a full drop to get their power. They kind of have to cramp themselves onto the wall.
Now Tim Champion up, expecting him to make it at least as far as Daryl here. But that being said, he is jumping to a rail. Any minor mistakes might send him too far over.
Okay, Tim.
Oh, great looks.
Looking good.
Can he go the cat back? Big pull. Oh! Wow, that was such a good prep. Now,
yo, how did he land there?
I don't know if he planned to do that or not, but that I've been looking at this cat back all week. I've never thought of that as a progression.
Dude. And so confident going into the challenge. And look, he can't get the full extension. He can't get his bottom foot onto that wall. He's just too tall.
You can see there, as we run this back, watch where he's looking. When he hits this cat, as soon as he turns around, he's looking at the bar. He is not looking at the wall. He was fully planning on going to the bar as a tester attempt. But you know what I saw from that tester? He makes the distance on the cat.
Yep.
He's got it locked in now, and he made the first piece look relatively casual.
Yeah, one thing I think about when I'm going for any kind of a big cat is could I hypothetically precision to where my feet would go for the cat? And he did exactly that. The feet went where they would go for the cat, so he can commit to it now.
He also had hands on top of the wall, not just feet on the rail, but hands on top of the wall as well.
Oh, we can see this in person. I didn't even think about that. We could just look up on over here. Come on now, Xander.
All right, Xander again going for the running takeoff, deciding he does not want to risk this from standing, but he's going to have a next level type of control in order to be able to control it and get to this lâché. Here we go.
He's ready for step 2.
Whoa, good catch. Keep going. If I'm him, I keep going with the challenge just to feel it. Yeah, good.
Okay.
he tried to game the system a little bit.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah, because the attempt's already dead, so why not just get some additional info while you're there?
Yeah, we saw Ref Tom on that first backswing throw up the X saying it's done. Xander said, I'm not getting off until I feel the whole thing, even trying to lâché up to Cat just to get a peek.
Yeah, can we run it back just to see that little grab real quick? Just didn't quite.
Oh, it looks like Brandon might be ready to go. His arms are looking ready.
Okay, yeah. Just didn't quite have time. That's all good.
Yep, he is looking locked in right now.
Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, son.
Okay, well, now he works himself up. He really looked like, you know, the stance.
Yeah.
My man was in the stance.
Like, if I was filming that, I would have hit record as soon as he stepped up.
Might get myself a little 30-second extra clip, but well worth not missing it.
Yeah. Come on, Brandon.
Big breaths.
I think you can do it.
He's got this. He had one feeler attempt. Now he's going for the bar on this one.
Boy, he really has to amp himself up for it.
Oh, such a horrifying jump.
And
here we go. Good.
Okay. Good looks.
Big pull. Oh, makes the bounce, though.
Oh, just undershooting.
All right, he has to feel good about that. He made the bounce look relatively safe, all things considered. It is a huge cat back, nodding his head, getting a little bit of a smile, hyping himself up.
Dude.
I think he comes back, and we may have multiple people completing this challenge.
Yeah, really solid. And then, yeah, he just can't get his feet where they need to be. Yep.
That was a great attempt from Brandon Hooper, and you can see how quickly he plyos off this off the wall there. No long waiting, just drops down and immediately pulls back up.
Straight into it.
Oh, it actually looked like his top foot slid down a little bit from where it first made contact.
Oh.
I think had it stayed there, he would have pulled up a little bit higher and possibly been able to get the catch.
Because that's what I was thinking. He needed to pull higher, but I wasn't sure why he didn't get that.
All right, Arturo Camarena deciding, I'm going to back out. I'm not going to take my next attempt.
Yeah, fair.
Something else that we have not touched on, and coming from me, who needs glasses severely and does not have contacts or wear glasses, the bar that they're jumping to is pitch black. The ground is made up of black rubber.
Yep.
It's so hard to see with your eyes, that black on black. It can play a lot of tricks on your eyes. So that can definitely come into play here when trying to hit a precision like this.
Yeah, you blink, you look somewhere else, and the bar might not be where you thought it was. Let's go, Daryl. Making waves.
All right, Daryl, known for his cat backs. He has the power to make this. Did not go for it on the last attempt, on his first attempt, because he thought he was on the wall for too long. This attempt, I want to see everything come out here.
Come on, Daryl.
Still has to get through the first jump with enough control to go to the rest. No trivial task.
Just the tension.
Here we go. Great jump.
Yeah.
Beautiful control. Come on, big send. Let's go. Push.
Oh,
Daryl
no!
catches his fingertips. That is a heavy, heavy catch, and it looks like his ankle or shin is hurting from that one.
Do not want to see that. Sent it for the wall. Toes on top, but drove his foot into it. Could not hold on.
I'm not sure. We'll have to see a different angle. If the impact onto his ankle was from the wall, I would assume it is, and not from the drop afterwards. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
Making it farthest so far.
Run it back.
He's got a little bit of time to really feel how bad it is, but when you're rolling back and forth and grabbing like that, it's not a good prognosis.
Duty. Damn, that's not good.
I was worried there for his actually his lats and his shoulders, because when you catch coming down like that, that can really pull on it hard. But it looks like more than that, it was Daryl's ankle.
And you really do put your ankles at risk when you're working at the edge of your capabilities and potentially risking a bounce or not a proper foot placement for a cat. When you're at the edge of your jumping capabilities, things can get a little bit wonky. Damn, I wish we could have seen what he hurt himself on. I'm thinking
here we got a replay coming in. Let's see if we can see it better here.
A little look-see. And we're not going to see the contact on the purple wall.
Just want to see the angle here. Oh, such an... it was all on that right leg.
Yeah.
His left foot didn't make almost any contact with the wall. We'll get a little bit of an angle here. Really watch that right foot.
Oh, yeah. And the way that it slipped off of the wall, very similar to Kasha Kilogenics' jump to the wall where her foot slipped out. Just that explosion of the ankle.
That was so much recoil coming off of that wall.
Damn. You hate to see it. That could be the last that we'll see of Daryl in today's competition.
And that can sometime happen, especially with huge catbacks like this. You're in the air for so long, you might end up twisting a little bit too far, and then only one foot makes contact, and it takes everything.
And when it's only one foot taking all the impact, that's it. Actually, I just explained it right there. If it's one foot making the contact, the impact is going all into that one ankle, and it is not used to taking that much impact.
All right, we got the reigning champion here, Tim Champion, having to watch his friend Daryl take that nasty impact. Now he himself has to complete this challenge and go for the full send to Cat, just like Daryl did before him.
Do it for Daryl, Tim. Do it for the homie. Here we go, looking good.
Right, we got to get a big pull here. Looks good.
All right, and Dino,
he's
let's go,
done it.
Tim!
He has completed our third and final challenge here at SPL 2.
Damn. All right, Tim.
Tim cementing himself in first place now, no matter what.
That's why they call him the champion.
Goes straight down to check on Daryl.
Damn. Champion moves. And
oh, man.
Taking a look at the damage. Could we get an update on Daryl's foot? He said 1 foot.
Yeah, he's showing right now that just a 1 foot hit cranked it back.
And we did do a stat check just to see each athlete's dorsiflexion, and Daryl's was not the greatest. So when the ankle does that.
Sorry to cut in. I just love
good.
to see this. Look how high he gets that foot.
Oh.
Great catch directly into the dyno.
Champion moves. Damn.
I don't know how he made that catback look small.
Yeah.
That is the biggest catback I've ever seen in person.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Tim.
You would expect
and look, even his ankle
less.
had a little quake and shake. Oh.
All right, so Tim Champion with that does cement his place here as 5-time skill champion.
Dude.
But we still have to fill out the rest of the podium. I believe Daryl is sitting pretty in second still, even with that ankle injury.
Yeah.
Made it very far through the challenge, almost catching, just having a very unfortunate ankle thing.
Damn, Daryl was so close.
Right.
Can anybody beat Team Champion? We'll have to find out next year.
All right, Xander taking the running precision approach. I love that he is repping this. Great control.
Okay, good looks.
Lachey into Cat. Big pull.
Oh!
Xander Levitt! And he is our second competitor to complete this challenge. Xander Levitt on top of the world right now.
Oh my God, Xander! That's what I'm talking about. Oh!
Throwing it over to Tim Champion saying, you're not the only one, Tim.
Yo.
I am out here right now.
Come on, Xander!
Taking a bow.
Yes! Potentially bailing that last rail precision.
I got to catch my own breath after that one.
Oh.
Incredible work. The
Yo.
only competitor going for the running precision instead of the standing precision.
Yo, let's watch that back. Lachey, got it.
Sinks low, big pull.
Yup.
Fingertips straight to Dino.
And his foot got high up on that gray wall for the push. He pushed as hard as he could directly back.
I love to see this celebration too. As his foot touches, celebrate. Let's go.
Yes. Let's go, Xander.
All right, Brandon Hooper taking to the course. He was so close to the catch on his last attempt.
Okay, Brandon.
I don't know if my voice can handle it if he gets this.
Dude.
He had so much control on his last one, just having a little bit of a foot slip.
Do it for the East Coast, Brandon.
Just waiting for the right moment to send. Making sure all his energy's there, everything just right. Here we go. Good control.
Okay.
Great, he's on the wall. Big pull, no slip. Yes!
Oh,
Brandon
yes!
got to the wall!
Our third competitor! Oh my God! Come on, Brandon!
Brandon
Yes!
Hooper celebrating with Xander and Tim Champion.
Yo!
The only two other competitors to complete this final skill challenge.
Man, your boy Kev coming up to give props. That is a messed up challenge. 3 people completing it. That's right, Hub PTC, baby. Whoa. Buddy.
I cannot believe what I just saw. Not just one athlete, but 3 separate athletes with different approaches as well.
Yo.
Completing one of the hardest skill challenges we've ever seen.
Dude. Oh, just perfect. And that Dino's no problem.
Almost no margin for error from anyone here. Any less power in the fingertips don't catch.
Oh. Yeah, and that Dino, okay, it's not necessarily a strong, like a hard Dino to hit, but you are so high up that if you do mess it up, that's a big drop to be taking.
It's scary.
Dude.
Oh
Nerves
my
of steel.
goodness.
Wow.
All right, guys. With that, we got to catch our breath.
Oh.
And I know you got to catch yours too.
Oh.
We are going to send it over to a commercial break with strike movement.
Holy, buddy.